Donald J. Trump. The name itself evokes strong emotions. To some, he is a symbol of American prosperity and straight talk. To others, he represents division and disruption. Love him or loathe him, one thing is undeniable. Trump's impact on American history is profound. His journey from real estate mogul to the Oval Office is a testament to his ambition, resilience, and undeniable showmanship. Trump's presidency was a period of constant turmoil. His policies were often controversial, his rhetoric often incendiary. He thrived on confrontation both domestically and internationally. His supporters lauded his willingness to challenge the status quo. His detractors saw him as a threat to democratic norms. Trump's presidency may be over, but his presence continues to loom large. He remains a powerful force in Republican politics. The aftershocks of his presidency will continue to be felt for years to come. Donald Trump's roots lie in the world of New York real estate. Born into a wealthy family, he inherited his father's business acumen. He learned the art of the deal from a young age. He developed a reputation for being tough, ambitious, and always willing to push the boundaries. Trump's early successes in real estate brought him fame and fortune. He became a fixture in New York society. He relished the spotlight. He understood the power of image and branding. His name became synonymous with luxury and success. This carefully cultivated public image would serve him well in his later political career. Beyond real estate, Trump ventured into the world of entertainment. His appearances on television shows like The Apprentice solidified his status as a household name. He mastered the art of self-promotion. He knew how to capture the attention of the public. Few pundits predicted Donald Trump's victory in the 2016 presidential election. His campaign was unconventional, to say the least. He eschewed traditional political correctness. He tapped into a vein of anger and frustration among a segment of the American electorate. His message resonated with those who felt forgotten by the political establishment. Trump's campaign rallies were legendary. He energized his base with promises of economic revival and a return to American greatness. He skillfully exploited social media to bypass traditional media outlets. Despite facing accusations of sexism, racism, and xenophobia, Trump's message found its audience. On election night, Trump defied the polls and shocked the world. His rise to the presidency was a watershed moment in American history. Donald Trump entered the White House promising to shake things up. His presidency was marked by a whirlwind of activity, controversy, and constant upheaval. He governed much like he campaigned, impulsively, often relying on his gut instincts rather than careful deliberation. Trump made good on some of his campaign promises. He appointed 2 conservative justices to the Supreme Court, shifting the balance of the court for a generation. He enacted tax cuts that benefited corporations and wealthy individuals. He rolled back regulations that he argued were stifling economic growth. His relationships with traditional American allies were often strained. Donald Trump's presidency was historic for another, less desirable reason. He became only the 3rd U.S. president to be impeached by the House of Representatives. His impeachment stemmed from allegations that he had abused his power by pressuring Ukraine to investigate his political rival, Joe Biden. The impeachment inquiry and subsequent trial in the Senate captivated the nation. Democrats argued that Trump had violated his oath of office by soliciting foreign interference in a U.S. election. Republicans largely defended Trump, arguing that his actions did not warrant removal from office. The Senate ultimately acquitted Trump on both articles of impeachment. However, the impeachment saga left a lasting mark on his presidency. It further polarized the country and deepened the partisan divide. Donald Trump's departure from the White House did not mark the end of his political career. He remained a powerful force in Republican politics, continuing to exert considerable influence over the party. He also faced a series of legal challenges that kept him in the public eye. Trump's legal troubles intensified after he left office. He faced investigations into his business dealings, his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, and his efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Despite these legal woes, Trump remained a popular figure among his base. He continued to hold rallies and make media appearances, using these platforms to rail against his perceived enemies. He also hinted at a possible presidential run in 2024, keeping his supporters energized. His legal challenges and continued political activity ensured that he remained a fixture in American public life. Donald Trump's presidency had a profound impact on American society. His rhetoric and policies exacerbated existing divisions, deepening the political and cultural rifts that had been brewing for years. One of the most significant consequences of the Trump era was the rise of hyper-partisanship. The two major political parties, Democrats and Republicans, became increasingly polarized, with each side viewing the other as a threat to the nation's well-being. This made it difficult, if not impossible, to find common ground on even the most pressing issues. Trump's presidency also fueled the rise of identity politics. His divisive rhetoric on issues such as race, immigration, and gender identity further fragmented the American public. Perhaps the most enduring legacy of the Trump era is the erosion of trust in American institutions. This erosion of trust poses a significant challenge to the future of American governance. Donald Trump's presidency also had a significant impact on the global stage. His America First foreign policy, characterized by unilateralism and a disdain for multilateralism, upended decades of American foreign policy orthodoxy. His actions left many U.S. allies feeling uncertain about America's role in the world. Trump's approach to international relations was often transactional and confrontational. He alienated longtime allies with his demands for greater contributions to NATO and his imposition of tariffs. He cozied up to authoritarian leaders like Vladimir Putin of Russia and Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Trump's foreign policy was not without its successes. He brokered historic peace agreements between Israel and several Arab states. However, these achievements were often overshadowed by his unpredictable behavior and his disregard for diplomatic norms. Donald Trump's presidency was a spectacle unlike any other in American history. His background as a reality TV star and his penchant for self-promotion ensured that he remained at the center of attention throughout his time in office. His presidency was a masterclass in media manipulation and a testament to the power of personality in politics. Trump understood the power of image and spectacle better than perhaps any politician before him. He used Twitter to bypass traditional media outlets and communicate directly with the American people. He held massive rallies that resembled rock concerts more than political events. He turned the presidency into a form of entertainment, keeping the public constantly engaged. The long-term impact of Trump's presidency on American democracy remains to be seen. His presidency tested the guardrails of American democracy in unprecedented ways. As of November 2023, Donald Trump's future remains uncertain. He faces numerous legal challenges that could result in significant penalties, including possible jail time. He also remains a powerful force in Republican politics, with many speculating that he may run for president again in 2024. Trump's legal battles are likely to continue for years to come. The outcome of these cases could have a significant impact on his future. Despite his legal troubles, Trump remains a popular figure among Republican voters. He has hinted at a possible presidential run in 2024, and many believe that he is the front-runner for the Republican nomination. Whether he ultimately decides to run again remains to be seen, but his presence continues to loom large over American politics. Donald Trump's journey from real estate tycoon to president to embattled ex-president is a uniquely American story.